so we're making a documentary about about a year ago. I came to start to believe that there was more to a lot of stuff that we would think of as paranormal than I had in the past. And several things started to come together to encourage that that conclusion. One of those things is over the course of a few weeks, tiptoeing around the subject with a friend of mine who I've only made on Facebook. I've never met him in person. Now we've talked a few times, but at the time we were sort of tiptoeing around this subject. He's a pastor in the coal fields of West Virginia. And we eventually, he came out and just said it, that I asked him if, what he thought about paranormal stuff. Apparently he had been reading a good bit and had sort of on accident performed an exorcism at a baptism. And so at the time I had been watching some stuff connected to John Keel and his kind of unified paranormal theory, where he sees lots of different paranormal manifestations of things we might think as disparate, disconnected things, as sort of one thing manifesting itself in different ways. And that comports pretty closely with what I had kind of started to suspect. So we can really only look at things from the worldview that we have. And my worldview is Christian. And so a lot of the things that Keel has pointed out that point toward a unified cause of this kind of thing comports really well with the Christian worldview. It's very close. And Josh had been coming to the same kind of conclusions even before this event. So what we're doing is we're going to Logan, West Virginia, going to the coal fields. We're gonna go talk to Josh. I've interviewed the girl. We're gonna interview the girl that was exorcised. We're gonna interview Josh about it. And the more that we've kind of looked into it and drawn some lines, the more it seems like maybe Logan's sort of what Keel might refer to as a window area, or others might refer to as like a liminal space with a lot of marginalized people, which is where you kind of see these things happen. It's an old town. It was booming with coal, the coal industry. Now that that's begun to fall off, the town itself is struggling. People are struggling. There's a very high rate of mental illness and drug abuse. It's just a place without a lot of hope. And it's the kind of place where I think it's looking like people are vulnerable to this kind of thing. And so we're gonna go talk to them. I don't know at this point what kind of documentary we're looking at. If I don't know how long this is gonna be. I don't even know really if this is gonna be successful at creating anything that's good or interesting or worthwhile. I'm praying that it is. I feel like it's been put in front of me in a pretty explicit way that maybe we'll get into. I don't know. I hate documentaries where the filmmaker's part of it, but sometimes there's no other way around it, so we'll see. That's what we're doing. Yeah, I appreciate your prayers. I've been told by people that are close to me that doing this kind of thing is sort of throwing up a middle finger to the demonic, and that I think I've been told that I am in grave spiritual danger. So there's that. But I think that if I'm right about this being put in front of me to do by God, and I don't do it out of fear of what I think are the lesser gods, small g gods, which God am I fearing? So